Hello, my loving family. This is your sister Gris Romero, OFS. Thank you for joining me today with our very first art video from our Franciscan Gallery blog. If you wish to stay with us through our grand opening, we'll start with the oldest surviving depiction of our Father St. Francis. This fresco is located near the entrance of the Benedictine Abbey of Subiaso inside the Sacro Espejo on Mount Subiaso, Italy. St. Benedict's Cave, also known as the Sacro Espejo, is just a few kilometers away from the abbey, a sanctuary that it is attached to the side of the mountain and supported by 9 high arcs. The interior is a maze of small cells and chapels, including one right over Benedict's own hermitage, and then there are some others that are carved right into full rock. The monastery is still active, and it welcomes visitors to pray at Benedict's Cave and explore the church. Amazing as it is, this place is covered in beautiful medieval frescoes from different periods, from Sienese, Umbrian, and Roman school. The cycle of paintings date back to the 13th and 14th century and surround them extraordinary for their quality and conservation. Among these, we find the representation of St. Francis of Assisi, authored by a Benedictine monk, becoming the oldest known portrait in the existence of our Father. As it happened, many years have been attributed as the date on which this piece was finished. Most experts are certain that it was painted on 1228, or approximately 2 years after the death of St. Francis. But there is another theory that proposes that the fresco was at least drawn before his death, even 10 years before, on 1218, when St. Francis had a pilgrimage and retreat to Subiaco. One of the main reasons that support this theory is the fact that Francis is depicted without the stigmata, without the halo, and without the title of saint on this fresco, having many people thinking that this is a contemporary picture, made during his lifetime, or maybe just a couple of years before his death on 1224. The absence of stigmata and halo is rather intriguing. On the wall of the Sacro Espejo, protected under glass, lays this magnificent full-length fresco labeled Fr. Franciscus, which means friar or frater Franciscus. In my opinion, the word frater also points to the fact that this fresco was painted, or at least it was sketched, before his death. Since he was canonized rather quickly, there was a short period of time when he was actually referred as friar or brother. Quite soon, and from then on, he would be called saint, making frater an inappropriate legend for this fresco if it was indeed completed on 1228. Our Father is depicted in extreme simplicity, wearing the habit of the Minorites, having his hood drawn over his head, and he is less than middle height and frail in form, with a long yet cheerful face, some brilliant dark eyes, dark hair, and a sparse beard. This person is in no way imposing, yet there is a delicacy, grace, and distinction about the saint which make him most attractive. He is holding his left hand a scroll partially unrolled with the words Pax Vic Domui, meaning peace to this house, which is a verse from the Gospel of Luke 10:5. The Eastern influence of the chapel's painters can especially be seen in the portrait, since Francis is shown facing front and with one eye larger than the other one, recalling the famous icon of Christ at St. Catherine's Monastery on Sinai. A fresco to the left of the window shows Cardinal Ugolino, who would later become Pope Gregory IX, as he is consecrated in the chapel. And right along there, a friar is standing just behind him, and this is also believed to be Francis, meaning that he was probably present at the time of the consecration. We have many more pieces of Franciscan art to admire and discuss. I hope to see you next time. Peace and all good.